We're here at the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan. I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson.
We've got a great game for you tonight between the Detroit Red Wings and the Pittsburgh Penguins. These guys are in tough tonight. They're up against an aggressive club that loves to take the body.
And I'll tell you why that's hard. You're always looking over your shoulder wondering if you're about to get hit. And you can't make smart plays when you're hearing footsteps. When he gets around the net, he sure knows what to do with the puck.
The faceoff goes to the Red Wings. Here's Pavel Datsyuk. He's away! The Penguins are playing. Scores! Miroslav Shatan!
The goalie was caught in no man's land on that one. What a beautiful pass that was to set up that goal.
Pittsburgh is not waiting for anybody.
These guys know if you want to win, there's no time like the present. So why wait?
Fleury skates to the bench.
And you've got to wonder why. This isn't a situation where you pull the goalie.
Fleury is heading to the bench.
Okay, I'm stumped. Why pull the goalie at a time like this?
It's a little unusual, there's no question. They're getting ready for the face-off. Rafalski. He steals the pass. He shoots! Pittsburgh picked it up. It's jumped on by Lidstrom. Here's Zetterberg. Looking for his first shot on net. Orpik knocks him into the bench. Here comes Crosby. Shoots!
Jim, you don't want to find yourself in a hole this early. That was a great save.
Now you talk about great defensemen in this league, and this guy really makes it all happen at the back end.
Jim, he's like a catalyst out there, consistently feeding forwards with breakout passes. And hey, I say he wouldn't hesitate to jump up in the rush.
The Penguins will pull the goalie and go for an extra attacker.
This is bizarre, Jim. What are they going to accomplish?
Not me. To Holmstrom. Now it's passed to Datsyuk. To Miro Shatan. Sikora goes offside and the play is stopped. We're ready for the face-off. Datsyuk won the draw. Pittsburgh is pulling its goalie. Can that be right?
I'm not sure if they stand a game.
This team can't stay onside. Ref is signaling for the face-off. Malkin dumps the puck in. Here's Brian Rafalski to Pavel Datsyuk. Here comes Miro Shatan. Slap shot, Rafalski. Another stop. Pittsburgh is pulling the goalie, and I'm not sure why.
Who knows what their coach is up to?
Back they come the other way. Pittsburgh is pulling its goalie. Can that be right?
I'm not sure if they stand a game.
Shatan comes in offside. Osgood gets himself in the way of the backhander.
Jim, you can't ask much more from your goalie. He really came up big on that one.
Datsyuk wins the draw. Here comes Nick Lidstrom at center. Here comes Sergei Gonchar. He passes the puck to Shatan. Pittsburgh is pulling the goalie, and I'm not sure why.
Who knows what their coach is up to?
Pittsburgh is pulling its goalie. Can that be right?
I'm not sure if they stand a game.
Here comes scores, and midway through the first, they've taken a 2-goal lead.
Jim, there's no way the goalie even saw that puck. He teed it up and let it rip.
In firm control with a 2-goal lead.
And we're not even finished the first period. Really set the tone early. He shoots! Empty netter! Well, an empty net goal is a great way to pad your stats. They don't come much easier than this one, but hey, he'll take it.
We know they can score, but now their defense is being tested.
Well, if they can start making some saves here, they'll be in good shape.
Huge save by Fleury. Pittsburgh is pulling the goalie, and I'm not sure why.
Who knows what their coach is up to?
It's cleared out of the zone by Crosby. Pittsburgh wins the race and beats out the icing call. One-timer, and he just missed the net. Rafalski takes over. To Rafalski. Quick shot along the boards. Lidstrom behind the net. He'll go at him one-on-one. He's in alone. Fleury stopped that. To Sikora. Here comes Peter Sikora. He scores. Sidney Crosby.
A playmaker is a guy who can step up and make the sweet dish or a big goal. And I definitely think this guy fits into that category.
Crosby won the draw. Here's Sergei Gonchar, who's got a goal in this game. Here comes Sergei Gonchar. He scores! Peter Sikora.
Peter Sikora scores a lot of goals just like that because he's never afraid to shoot. If he's got a second to let one go, he'll do it. And it doesn't matter where he is on the ice.
Faceoff goes to the Red Wings. Crosby finds it. He passes it to Chitan. Saved by Osgood. Osgood got the upper hand on that laser beam.
That was a big shot, but he makes the save.
The puck is about to be dropped. Red Wings get another draw. Here's Brooks Orpik. Here comes Brooks Orpik. Into the corner. He scores. Big advantage late in the first.
Goals like this one are a gift. With a pass that perfect, it'd be very tough not to convert on that play.
They just keep lighting it up.
Man, I think I'm getting a headache from all the red lights.
Datsuk wins the draw. It's one-on-one. Fired the puck just wide of the net. Sikora. Out he comes to center. Here comes Peter Sikora. With a slap shot. Picked up by Pittsburgh. He freezes the puck. About to drop the puck. Faceoff goes to the Red Wings. Under 2 minutes to go in this first period. He turned the puck over. He's into the attacking zone. Pittsburgh is playing a very physical game in the first. Here comes Brooks Orpik. He coughs up the puck. Here's Sidney Crosby, a big part of his team's great game tonight. Pittsburgh has a sizable lead as the second period gets underway. They're getting ready for the faceoff. Shots on 14-3 for Pittsburgh. Pass up to Chitan. Now he moves the puck into the attacking zone. Quickly steered aside by Ty Conklin. Here's Sergei Gonchar. To Miro Shatan. Here's Pavel Datsyuk, who's got a goal. He shot! To Shatan. Now he brings it to center. The Penguins go outside. How about that save? What a shot.
Well, that one looked like it came out of a cannon, but he stood his ground and kept it out.
We're ready for the face-off. Datsyuk won the draw. Here's Brian Rafalski. It's dumped in by Shatan. Here's Sidney Crosby. Here comes Crosby. Taken out. Pittsburgh grabs the puck. Gathering speed. Here comes Miro Shatan. One-timer. He scores, and that completes the hat trick.
The goalie didn't have a hope on that shot. That one was by him before he had any hope to set up.
Is signaling for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to Detroit. Here's Zetterberg. Here comes Sergei Gonchar. Sikora dumps it in to Pavel Datsyuk, and he moves it into the attacking zone. Now he moves it out. Pittsburgh beats out the icing call. Shoots it just wide of the net. Datsyuk to Holmstrom. It's 2-on-1. Here's Brian Rafalski. He moves it out. Over center. Here comes Miro Shatan. Fired hard from the right. Orpik. And play is whistled down for the offside. Watch how quickly this guy gets down in his butterfly.
Well, Jim, he just dares shooters to go 5-hole, then takes it away at the last second. He's lightning quick with his pass.
Crosby dumps it in. And it's touched for icing.
An absolutely huge hit. The one thing you can't do is play with your head down, and he follows through and absolutely explodes into that hit.
One-timed it. That's blocked. Corralled by Crosby. Here comes Crosby. Blasts it on net from the slot. Conklin covers up. He showed good reflexes on that save.
That was a great one, that's for sure.
Puck is about to be dropped. Faceoff goes to Detroit. In behind. Here's Pavel Datsyuk. There's a shot. Fleury made the save. Out comes Brooks Orpik. That's offside. About to drop the puck. Faceoff goes to the Penguins. Dumped in by Crosby. Oh, he hit the post from behind the net. Out they come to center. Cleared out of the zone. Detroit. He steals the puck to Miro Shatan, and it's carried into the attacking zone. One-time shot. Crosby. Here's Pavel Datsyuk, who's got a goal in this game. Here's a turnover. Orpik dumped the puck in, and they get called for icing. They're getting ready for the faceoff. The faceoff goes to the Red Wings. Fires one right on. Fleury stabbed at it. To Holmstrom. He scores! Thomas Holmstrom.
Make no mistake, Thomas Holmstrom is a pest. The thing that sets him apart, though, is he's a very talented pest. He can score goals as well as infuriate his opponent.
The Red Wings take possession of the puck. He gets laid out. Here's Brian Rafalski. He dumps the puck in. From behind the net. Shoots the puck. Blocked. Grabbed by Sikora. Here's Thomas Holmstrom, who's got a goal in this game. Cleared out by Gonchar. It's picked up by Chate. Here's got a shot. Turned aside by Conklin. Puck picked up by Rafalski. Here's Pavel Datsuk, who's got a goal in this game. Under 2 minutes to go in the second period. Taken by Rafalski. Detroit will get a chance to move up. At center. They gain the blue line on the attack. Conklin the save. Zetterberg. Crosby dumps it. Here's Thomas Holmstrom, who's got a goal in this game. The second period comes to an end with a score 6-2 as we head for the break. Pittsburgh has a very comfortable lead and the third period gets underway. We're ready for the face-off. Red Wings get another draw. It's man against man. The shots are 19-8 for Pittsburgh. Here's it. Conklin made the save. Detroit is being badly out-hit in the third. They move it into the neutral zone. Shoots! That's stop two. To Zetterberg. And out he comes. And the play is offside. Pittsburgh is putting on a clinic. They're skating hard and it's really put them out front in this game.
They've got exceptional talent. They're beating their checks one-on-one, and it's creating chances.
To Pavel Datsuk. Now he moves it into the attacking zone. Here comes Brooks Orpik. He shoots! Rafalski. Conklin covers up for the whistle. What really impresses me about this guy is how quick he gets across the crease.
Well, he likes to stand tall in there, and that makes it easy to get post to post.
To Lidstrom. It's 2-on-1 to Holmstrom. Rips one. Here comes Crosby. Turned away by Conklin. Just missed the net. Crosby. Sikora. Conklin. Stoned him cold. Conklin saw the wrist shot coming, but it got deflected wide, and I'm not too sure if he had anything to do with it. Ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff goes to the Red Wings. Jumped on by Holmstrom. It's man against man. He gets laid out by Gonchar. Sikora. He gets smoked. One-timed it. Rafalski. He passes it to Datsuk. He gets taken by Pittsburgh. Here comes Miro Chate. Conklin turned the shot aside. He hangs on to the puck. He had a pretty big gun on that shot, but it got kicked aside. The puck is about to be dropped. Faceoff goes to the Penguins. Here's Brian Rafalski. He cleared the puck. And that's icing.
Now that was a big hit, folks. He just barrels right through him with a tremendous hit.
About to drop the puck. Face-off won by Datsuk from behind the net. He gets laid out. Pittsburgh takes possession. Here comes Brooks Orpik. Corralled by Chate. Here comes Zetterberg. And he just shoots the puck in. Here comes Sergei Gonchar. Crosby dumped it. Here's Sergei Gonchar. His hands are dirty. He's had a good, hard-working game. Here comes Sergei Gonchar. Conklin slams the door shut. This guy's got 2 helpers already, and he's looking for more.
Jim, you know it really comes down to hard work. He's doing what it takes to get his teammates the puck, It's paying off. To Rafalski. Now a pass up to Holmstrom. To Pavel Datsyuk. Now he's over the blue line on the attack.
Here's Peter Sikora. What a gritty performance he's put on. He shoots! Another stop to Holmstrom. Now over to Zetterberg. Here come the Red Wings. Shift after shift, putting on great pressure. They're in over the blue line on the attack. Pittsburgh is pulling its goalie. Can that be right?
I'm not sure if they stand a game.
Right on! Corralled by Detroit. He gets laid out. Orpik takes control of the puck. Datsyuk. And that's offside.
He'll be getting up and looking for the number of that truck.
They're getting ready for the face-off. Datsyuk won the draw. Here's Brian Rafalski. He dumped it in. Thunderous hit into the boards. Here's Sergei Gonchar. Gathering speed. They're offside once again. This guy needs to play aggressive to be effective.
Well, he doesn't flop down, so he has to play at the top of his crease. If he gets back on his heels, he gives away way too much net.
There's the wrist shot. Here's Brooks Orpik. He moves the puck into the neutral zone. Here comes Brooks Orpik. Zetterberg gets knocked down, laid out. Sikora jumps on it, denied by Conklin. We're ready for the face-off. To Lidstrom. Down to the final 2 minutes of this third period. To Holmstrom. Now passed over to Datsyuk.
Minute of play in the third period.
He scores! Nicholas Lidstrom.
This guy is one of the best offensive defensemen in the world. He scored 60 points in his rookie season with the Red Wings and has been at or around that mark every year since.
Ref is signaling for the faceoff. Faceoff won by Datsyuk. Crosby with the puck. Less than a minute to go in this third period. Conklin covers up. Conklin was in a good position to make the save.
How about his confidence?
The puck is about to be dropped. Detroit wins another faceoff. Orpik takes it. Here comes Brooks Orpik. Conklin the save. Puck grabbed by Orpik. Another quick shot. It's scooped up by Lidstrom. To Zetterberg. And he carries it into the attacking zone. Fires it right on. Ahead to Shatan. Now he'll move the puck into the neutral zone. Here comes Miro Shatan. Over center. He shoots! Hurry the save. To Sikora. Shatan dumped it. Less than 10 seconds to go in the third. Conklin covers up for the whistle.
Those 2 points should prove that this guy knows how to get the puck into the back of the net.
He's been an asset to his team and a threat to the opposition all night, Craig. Face-off won by Datsyuk. Flashed. Sikora shoots it just wide of the goal. And so ends another chapter in the great book of hockey. The Penguins won this game. The final score, 6-3. Here are tonight's 3 stars of the game.
Tonight's third star for Pittsburgh, number 44, Brooks Orpik. Tonight's second star, Pittsburgh, number 55, Curtin. And tonight's first star for Pittsburgh, number 87, Sidney Crosby.
From the Joe Louis Arena in Detroit, Michigan, I'm Jim Houston.
And I'm Craig Simpson. For EA Sports, goodbye.
See you next time.